this shouldn't need to be said, but most of the people saying that they are oppressed are not oppressed. They're oppressed wannabes, and not for the right reasons. They want to be oppressed because oppression is profitable. It's a way to make money. And I'm kind of sitting here like, look, I don't know about you, but when I go and list all this stuff the SJWs are doing, I'm like, when the hell did oppression become a highly valued commodity? I mean, we got the Oppression Olympus, the Progressive Stack, and all this other crap, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, this is not oppression. People do not want to be oppressed. They just want to get on with their lives and call it a day. And the sad thing of it is, the people who say they're oppressed, they're nothing of the sort. They're opportunists. It's kind of like, here it is, you got this half-empty bus and all where there's hardly anyone in it, and then a car rams into it, and then immediately a whole bunch of people get on it, every single one of them screaming whiplash. That's all it really is. It's just a giant money racket. It's just a way to go and get money or to get prestige or social standing that they otherwise would not have had. And I'm like, look, if you want to talk about oppression, let me tell you this. Imagine a Jew in Nazi Germany, okay? Imagine a Jew walking up to a Nazi and saying how bad they got it. Just talking about how they are just so marginalized and oppressed and treated like crap. What do you think this Nazi's going to go and do? He's going to laugh his ass off and say, "You got that right?" And then blow his damn brains out. I mean, it's a fucking Nazi, for Christ's sake. What were you expecting? Nazi! Jew! The Nazis do not care about the Jews. They do not care if they kill a Jew. If they kill a Jew, that's a good thing. Apparently, the fact that I even have to say this, it's just mind-numbing. I mean, that is real-world oppression. And it's like, no, oppression in the U.S. is, oh no, I'm a guy, I look like a guy, I talk like a guy, I walk like a guy, but I actually identify as a woman, and this guy called me a man. And not only did he call me a man, but he didn't go and use my preferred pronoun that I just now made up yesterday and that I'm the only person in the world using. I mean, you're basically saying that people not being able to read your mind is oppression. Tell you what, how about you just go to any Muslim country? I don't care. It doesn't have to be Saudi Arabia. It can be Pakistan, your choice. I don't care. Go to any of these countries and you act the way over there as you do over here. And let me tell you this now. I did remember hearing an article where they went and said that women have it worse than gays, and I'm like, no. Yeah, I'll admit, it's not great for women. They're treated like second-class citizens, but then again, I'm an Islamophobe, because how dare I say that 2 and 2 make 4? I mean, basic math uses facts, logic, and reason, all of which are used by whites and men, and therefore are racist and sexist. It's kind of like science. Science is sexist because scientists are sexist because they are objective about everything. I am not making this shit up, people. Look it up. It's an actual article. The point is, you go to these countries and you go and try that shit, they're going to cut your fucking head off. There is no way around it. They're going to fucking kill you. And the thing of it is, you are not going to be killed for just being a woman. You're going to be treated like a second-class citizen because under Islam, women are mentally inferior to men. They're mentally deficient in the head, and as a result of this, that's why their opinion only counts for half. And the Quran actively tells men not to go and argue amongst two women because then he is on equal ground. The point, though, is that you're not going to get killed just for being a woman. You may be killed for being unescorted or having your face being showed out in public, not wearing a veil or whatever. Yeah, you'll get killed for that stuff, but not for being a woman. You will, however, get killed for being gay. Seriously, the Quran actually says this as clear as day. What you should do with gays is throw them from the highest rooftops. That's in the Quran. Unlike most leftists and SJWs, I actually know a little bit about what the fuck is in it. That's why I can talk about it and say this shit. I know what's in it because I have looked it up and I have verified it to be true. If you are going to go and sit and lecture me about me being such an Islamophobe, maybe you ought to go ahead and understand what the fuck it is you're actually talking about instead of pulling shit out of your ass that was probably handed you from your indoctrinating professor. I do not want to talk with a puppet. I want to talk with the hand that is going up the puppet's ass. Anyway, sidetracked. The point is, real world oppression you do not want. Actual oppression means I can kill your ass, and even if anyone sees me, they're just going to give me a thumbs up and say what a job well done I did. And even if I did get caught, the police aren't going to do shit to me. Again, you want to go and talk about oppression, try going out and saying that you're a straight white male. Not only is there going to be no help from you from the system itself actively discriminates against you because due to affirmative action. And the kicker is, if you're straight, if you're white, and if you're male, it is legal to discriminate against you. Let that sink in for a moment. Being straight, white, or male, you are not a protected class. And because you are not a protected class, if someone goes, I'm not making this up, I've actually heard this. It's like this one black guy killed this person because they're white. They didn't do nothing, they were just white, and that's why he killed him. People are actually saying, well, discrimination is privilege plus power, and even though he went and killed someone, it was only an individual and not the entire group, and I'm like, no, you fucking dumbass. That's not how it works. This is discrimination, pure and simple. And the very fact you're making an excuse for it kind of proves what I am saying. The very fact that the law will not protect you because you were born as a very specific group should tell you something. It is not your fault that you were born white, male, or straight. Despite what the leftists will tell you, despite what the SJWs will tell you, and also despite anything the feminists have to say, you cannot choose your gender. You can't. You're born a male or you're born a woman. That's it. I know that's sexist and everything else, but yeah, I know. Mother Nature's a pretty sexist bitch, so what do you want me to do about it? The point is, you don't have any control over it. And you sure as hell don't have any control over your race. And yes, I've heard of people being called trans black. I've also heard of people saying that they're a vegetarian, but they go and eat fish. They're called pescatarians. They only eat vegetables and fish, and they're actually vegetarian. Or flexitarians, meaning they only go and eat vegetables and chicken. No, that's not correct. You're not a flexitarian, you're not a pescatarian, you're a fucking bigot and you know it. Let's not sugarcoat it. The point is, these people who want to say, I'm oppressed, help me, I'm oppressed. No. You want to be oppressed. You want to be oppressed by the system for all the little goodies that come with it without suffering any of the actual discrimination. And the really sick part is, what do you think is going to happen in the future? People are going to be so accustomed to people screaming, I'm a victim, we're no longer going to care when it's an actual victim. It's like, oh, you're a victim and you got it bad? Well, take your place in line and, amongst the 5,000 other people who are standing in it with their own made-up prejudices and victimization complex that they got going on in their own head. I'm not kidding. People like this, the ones who really suffer are people who are oppressed because they're not going to get the help they need. In fact, if anything, the entire desire to go and help people who got it bad, it's being weeded out. I'm serious. Think about it. If this crap that's going on and you hear someone being oppressed, you're going to be like, I don't fucking care. They're not oppressed. They don't got it bad. I mean, everyone's oppressed. Who cares? If everyone's oppressed, no one's oppressed. Unless you're in a communist country, but that's a joke for another time. But then again, it's like, what do you expect? An opportunist. What do you think an opportunist does? Anything that's to their advantage, they're going to go and take advantage of it. And if it hurts anyone else, well, fuck them. It's not them, so what do they care?